We invite you to watch how we clear the views on all matters through our partner station MITV on DSTV channel 255, 7 p.m. daily, and also our YouTube and Facebook pages under one name, Clearview News Desk every day. We call it the People's News, as we are available to come over and cover your events upon notice. Or do you have news you want us to broadcast? Send it in. We verify and go to town with it. All for you. Go ahead, engage us to thrash out those naughty issues on the news. And what we need from you is to share and subscribe. More important, convince your loved ones, friends, relatives, co-worshippers, and more to subscribe so as to be getting notifications as we break the news. Go a step further, like the news, and drop your thoughts on the comment section. Clearview News. We clear the view one time and for all time.
Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. First, the headlines. CAF confirms dates for Super Eagles' crucial AFCON qualifiers against Rwanda and Benin. Abia lawmaker apologizes over assault of delivery driver, says, "I am human and not invaluable." The future of investigative reporting. The Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism is set to hold conference this Wednesday in Abuja. I am Imefonukon with this and more. The Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism has concluded plans to hold its 2024 conference on the future of investigative reporting. The Civic Space Guard Conference theme AI Free Press and Civic Space Tools, Challenges and the Future of Investigative Reporting is scheduled to hold by 10 a.m. this Wednesday, October 30, 2024 in Abuja. The conference will explore the critical relationship between a free press, civic space and investigative reporting, with a focus on the challenges and opportunities presented by emerging technologies. The aim is to leverage the power of the media to fortify the civic space and tackle malinformation program implemented by the WSCIJ in partnership with the Center for Journalism, Innovation and Development, with support from the Netherlands Embassy. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has issued a warning to roadside bakers to desist from the act or risk being arrested by enforcement agents. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike announced plans to relocate bakers from the streets of Abuja following the increasing number of bakers, which has become a major issue of security concern in Abuja. Clearview News correspondent was on the streets of Abuja to hear from residents their opinion on this contentious issue. The Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike lamented that the number of persons who stay on the road is alarming and poses a threat to security in the metropolis. The FCT minister therefore gives October 27, 2024 as an ultimatum for street bakers to relocate from the city. As Nigerians continue to share mixed views on the FCT minister's directive, the question remains, will relocation truly address street baking, or is it a temporary fix?
How will he know the ones that are beggars and the ones, because right now everybody seems like a beggar, you know, and most of these people, they are just looking for daily meal. If he's trying to take them out, then he should look for something to give them. There must be something that will be generating them little income for themselves. They should have an association, you know, somewhere that at least they can meet up with this. Okay, now sending them out, rather you're reinforcing them for them to go and prepare and come back.
The main aim of the minister is to make sure that the city is well equipped I think that is not a bad issue of sending out the beggars out of the main city, because at least for federal capital territory, need to be neat, need to be cordoned, need to be. There's no issue with that.
I think sanitizing the environment of criminals is very important. But sending the less privileged, which I'll call them, out of Abuja would not be too helpful to their well-being. Probably the Honorable Minister should create more or less like a place for them where they can keep them and help them.
But before working out, I think they're supposed to provide alternative means of living for them. They are all part of Nigeria, so they need another means of living. Whether they will rehabilitate them, look for another place for them, provide something that will keep them there. Because moving them out, they've done it before. Moving them now, they will still come back if they don't provide means of staying wherever they are.
While some see the FCT minister directive as a welcome development, others are of the opinion that the government should focus on transportation, housing, and other infrastructural projects.
The minister has to really focus on employment, employment, not that so many job opportunities that they can give to people, there's so many job opportunities, but the level of unemployment in FCT is so bad that people leave rural areas to come to Abuja, FCT, to come and work. But coming here, sometimes they'll think better that rural areas are more preferable than coming to FCT.
But with regards to infrastructural development, creating accommodation for the less privileged, Asokoro, particularly where we are now, is not for the middle or low class earners. If you look at what is happening around Kobe, Seriki, what's it called? The backside of this Asokoro extension, you find out that they have limited their well-being to a particular place. And we are all Nigerians too. So I think with regards to the Federal Housing Development Authority, they should create an accommodation that will be beneficial to low-income earners, even within this environment. If it's a one-bedroom apartment or something, that will be meaningful to people, not until you have to live outside Kefi. Spending so much transport coming into main town as FCT is not so easy.
There's a lot of issue on ground. Security, if you look at the transport, then the living. If you look at the whole of this Asokoro now, the people in Asokoro, they don't make any alternative means of living for the domestic staff. Most of them are coming from outskirts. If you look at the cost of transport now, very high. Some of them, they are paying them very cheap money, maybe 60, 70,000. If you look at the cost of transport from Maraba to this place, the money has finished.
The FCC minister needs to focus on other issues, like road, channeling. Let's say this Apo area now. Like the other day I was in Apo, I was stuck for more than 3 hours, coming to town. It rained and, so the minister should focus on expanding, you understand, the city. It is more priority. Though this one too may give, at least it can be part of it.
Recall that the House of Representatives had earlier summoned the FCT minister along with key security officials to address the worsening security situation in Abuja. Additionally, the Committee on FCT alongside the Committees on Police and National Security were tasked with conducting a comprehensive investigation into the activities of kidnappers and armed robbers within the city, with a report due within 3 weeks. In recent years, Nigeria has witnessed an increasing trend of multinational and local companies shutting down or relocating their operations due to economic challenges, currency volatility, and rising operational costs. One of the latest companies to announce its departure from Nigeria is South African grocery retailer Pick and Pay, which confirmed on Monday that it will exit the market by selling its 51% stake in a joint venture. Its chief executive officer, Sin Sommers, stated that this decision aligns with the company's broader restructuring plan outside its own markets. According to an economist and former director of research and Advocacy at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry in Abuja, Vincent Nwani. Over 10 companies shut down operations in 2020 alone, and more than 20 companies exited the country. In 2021, the departure of companies escalated, with over 20 firms shutting down operations in Nigeria. The trend persisted in 2022, with more than 15 prominent brands ceasing operations in the country. The wave of exits continued in 2023 as over 10 major companies pulled out from Nigeria, citing profitability concerns and challenging business conditions. In the first 6 months of 2024, at least 5 significant companies exited as the business climate remained difficult. The Confederation of African Football has officially announced the scheduled dates for Nigeria's final 2 qualifiers for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations as the Super Eagles prepare to face Rwanda and Benin in decisive Group D clashes. CAF announced Monday, November 18 as Nigeria's last AFCON qualifying match against Rwanda, which will take place at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. The game is set to kick off at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Before that, the Super Eagles will head to Abia for their match day 5 fixture against Benin Republic, scheduled for Thursday, November 18. The match will start at 8 p.m. Nigerian time and 7 p.m. Ivorian time. The outcome of these fixtures will determine Nigeria's qualification for the 2025 AFCON finals in Morocco, set for December 2025 through January 2026, with only 1 point needed from these 2 matches to secure their spot. The Super Eagles are poised to claim their place among Africa's elite teams once again. Recall Nigeria finished as runners-up at the last edition of the AFCON hosted and won by Cote d'Ivoire. Still on sports, Ademola Lookman secured 14th position in the 2024 Ballon d'Or rankings at Monday's clamorous ceremony in Paris as Manchester City midfielder claimed the prestigious prize. The Atlanta striker, who was the only African nominee among the 30-man shortlist released by France Football on October 26, earned recognition following his historic hat trick that secured his club's first ever Europe League trophy. The 27-year-old's impressive season saw him score 11 goals and provide 7 assists in 31 Serie A games, while also scoring 3 goals to help Nigeria reach the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations final. Congratulations to our very own Lookman for putting not just Nigeria but Africa on the global stage, and we wish him a better outing next time. A member of the House of Representatives representing Abia North, Abia South Federal Constituency, Alex Moscott Ikweche, has issued a public apology following an altercation with e-hailing cab driver Stephen. The Federal Capital Territory Police Command arrested the lawmaker after a video of him assaulting the driver who was delivering an order to his house residence went viral on social media. In the video, Ikweche, elected on the platform of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, was also heard telling a woman over the phone that he will make the driver disappear without any consequences.
Do you know who I am? I don't know, sir. Just tell me. So you think I will give you my money with the way you have spoken to me?
I did a job for you and you have to pay it, sir.
You will not see any. You will not see penny from me. With this level of disrespect, you're very stupid. Very, very stupid. Madam, who is this stupid boy that you sent to this my house? Who is this foolish boy that you sent to my house? How can this stupid idiot come to my house and tell me that I'm supposed to come and meet him in his car and pick up snail that I'm buying from you? Can you imagine this rat? I can make this man to disappear in the whole Nigeria and nothing will happen. Can you imagine this rat? I'm not going to give this boy 1 naira of my money. No. I'm not going to give this silly boy 1 naira of my money.
You've been insulting me, sir, and I'm being quiet.
I pray that you do. I pray that you insult me. Can you please insult me? I'm not going to call my policemen to beat you up. I will beat you up. I will show you that I'm a big brother to you. I will slap the hell out of you and I will lie you down, lock you in my generator house. How dare you?
Why should you do that?
Who the hell do you know who you're talking to? Do you know where you are? Because you saw me sitting outside here?
It doesn't matter, sir. Pay me, let me go.
Look at this monkey.
I don't care what I am.
Are you even looking at me that you can beat me? Or are you looking at me? What? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Do you know who I am? I'm a senator of this republic. Do you know who the fuck I am? How dare you?
Are you slapping me, sir?
You see this place? You suffer. I'll deal with you.
Are you slapping me, sir?
I just did. Slap me back. Okay. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you?
That's fine.
Do you know who I am?
That's fine.
How dare you?
Did you just slap me 3 times, sir?
Twice. The third one, you'll soon receive it. How dare you? Come on, get out of this place.
I need my payment, sir.
Come on, please.
All right, so this is where I am. I just got 3 slaps from this man here, just because I told him to come and get his stuff and pay me my money. So he's claiming that
Tell them, my name is Honorable Alex Ikweche. I'm a member of the House of Reps. Tell them I slapped you.
Okay.
Call the Inspector General of Police. Call him. Let him come.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Record me very well. Record me very well.
All right. That's nice.
You came to my house to disrespect me?
I didn't disrespect you. I said pay me my money and let me leave.
Come on, give me that phone.
However, the lawmaker has now apologized for the incident and expressed regret over his conduct during the encounter. In a statement released on his Instagram account on Tuesday, Ikweche expressed remorse for his actions and remarks, acknowledging that he fell short of the standards expected from a public office holder. He stated that he had engaged in alternative dispute resolution with the cab driver, resulting in a mutual and respectful agreement. Additionally, Abia lawmaker apologized to the Inspector General of Police, acknowledging the unintended harm his remarks may have caused to the IGP, his office, and the Nigerian police force. Ikweche also extended apologies to the leadership and members of the National Assembly for any reputational damage his actions may have caused the institution. Meanwhile, social media influencer and blogger Very Dark Man has filed a petition against Alex Ikweche, a member of the Abia Federal House of Representatives. The petition alleges serious offenses, including abuse of power, assault, attempted murder, and threat to life. It was signed by Very Dark Man's lawyer and activist Deji Adejanju. If you are just joining us, you are watching the news on Clearview News Desk. We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.
We break the news.
This is Christ Embassy.
Recollect, we were the first to break this. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State has approved the appointment of 3 second-class emirs. And this?
Erasmus is the most successful program of the European Union to support education and youth.
And this?
Fubara is not an ungrateful person.
And more.
Tension is currently mounting in River State. The planned arraignment of Yaya Bello.
Across our platforms. Subscribe now and you will be receiving our notifications and never left out as the news breaks on Clearview.
Welcome back. Envy is as old as creation. Envy is a pain at the sight of another's good fortune. It is an emotion which occurs when a person lacks another's quality, skill, achievement, or position and wishes that the other lacked it. Envy can also refer to the wish for another person to lack something one already possesses so as to remove the equality of position between both parties. We have a commentary.
While conducting research into envy, the best description we could give this feeling is a sort of pain at the sight of another's good fortune, stirred by the inner workings of people that make them bitter towards those who have what they believe they also ought to have. Envy falls into two types: benign and malicious. While malicious envy is an unpleasant emotion that causes the envious person to want to bring down the better off, even at their own cost, benign envy involves recognition of other beings better off, but causes the person to aspire to be as good. Benign is still a negative emotion in the sense that it feels unpleasant. According to researchers, benign envy can provide emulation, improvement motivation, positive thoughts about the other person, and admiration. This type of envy, if dealt with correctly, can positively affect a person's future by motivating them to be a better person and to succeed. Often, envy involves a motive to outdo or undo the rival's advantages. Envy has been found to be so deadly as to cause a reluctance to see our own well-being overshadowed by another's, because the standard we use to see how well off we are is not the intrinsic worth of our own well-being, but how it compares with that of others. In the Christendom, envy is one of the 7 deadly sins. And in Islam, envy consumes good deeds, just as fire consumes wood. Generally, people who suffer from a case of malicious envy are blind to what good things they already have, thinking they have nothing, causing them to feel emptiness and despair. Envy is also deep-rooted within professions, mostly professions that bring fame. Have you ever envied someone who seemed to have the perfect life, only to find out later that they were in fact suffering in a very major way? These cases are more common than we might think. We just don't have the opportunity to learn about someone's difficulties when we are negatively enveloped in envy of what we see as charmed life. We should allow envy fuel self-improvement when appropriate. When our envy is rooted in things we cannot change about ourselves, such as a difficult childhood, a traumatic event, or certain health conditions and disabilities, using envy to motivate self-improvement is more likely to dig us deeper into frustration and self-blame. But sometimes, envy alerts us to things that we want in life that are potentially attainable if we are willing to make certain changes. For example, if you envy your productive colleague, you might find that you could be more productive yourself if you learned to manage your time better. Very important, don't forget to count your own blessings. And please note, here at Clearview, we believe that envy is counting the other fellow's blessings instead of counting your own. Envy drains our happiness and saps our energy. It's appreciation that reveals abundance in places where we might have failed to look. And now to the victim. Are you being envied? You can survive through these points. Don't start to feel small. This is what the envious person wants. Try to catch that feeling of diminishing yourself and stop yourself from doing it. Don't let their insults stick. Smile and nod and show that their words are not getting to you. Don't make apologies for who you are and what you do. You don't have to hide your good fortunes just because you fear someone will swoop down and punish you for them. Don't retaliate by criticizing them too. Remind the envious person of their own strengths and successes. Encourage them to count their own blessings. Create ways to protect your energies from being sucked out of you. Think about visualizing yourself in a protective bubble so any envy attack coming your way can bounce off you. Finally, choose to hang out with people who make you feel good about yourself rather than those who deplete you.
Spokesman of the Gaza's Civil Defense Agency, Mahmoud Bassal, said that an overnight Israeli airstrike killed more than 55 people in a residential building in the northern district of Beit Laheh. According to Bassel, more than 55 people have been martyred and dozens more wounded are under the rubble of a 5-story residential building belonging to the Abu Nas family that was hit by the Israeli occupation last night. Recall that Israeli military had in October 6 conducted a sweeping air and ground assault in northern Gaza, particularly in the area of Jabalia, Beit Laheh and Beit Hahon, in what it describes as an operation to prevent Hamas militants from regrouping. In a statement issued on Tuesday morning, the military said it had carried out several ground and air strikes in Jabalia over the past day, killing around 40 militants. Tens of thousands of Palestinians have been forced to flee northern Gaza since the onslaught began, while the Civil Defense Agency has reported hundreds of deaths. And that's the news, but before we go, a recap of the top stories. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has confirmed the date for Nigeria's Super Eagles' crucial AFCON qualifiers against Rwanda and Benin. Abia lawmaker Ekweche has apologized for assaulting delivery driver, says, "I deeply regret it. I am human and not invaluable." We also told you that the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism is set to hold a civic space guard conference in Abuja with particular reference on tools, challenges, and the future of investigative journalism this Wednesday, 30th October 2024. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Imefonu Okon.